So hey, TA or instructor who is marking this, this is our final project, which is Tetris, classic style. So Amar will start off by telling us what the inputs are.
Yeah, so we have seven input keys, and so we have W, which does rotation, ASD for going left, down, and right. We also have space for the hard drop or the quick drop, and escape pauses the game, as you can see, and R restarts the game. Yeah. And so as you can also probably tell, we have a delay in place so that if you're holding down a key, it doesn't change faster than is visibly than is visible. And so the board itself is represented by a grid of 20 by 10 registers, and each of them update according to the block when it sends out the fuse values.
Right. And also, each block itself is located in an imaginary 4x4 tile. So the top left corner of the tile indicates the location of the block to the board so that the board knows where the tile is at all times. You can also see that as Amar discussed earlier, you can rotate the tiles in all directions. 4 directions you can rotate it in. Some of them only have 2 that you can really care about, but this one, for instance, has 4. You can't also rotate at the edges because when it's illegal. So for instance, you can't rotate here, but you can rotate here. So this is put in place to prevent illegal rotation. You also have collision prevention. So that is to say, you cannot move past the right edge of the board, can't move past the left, and you can also not move through the existing pieces either. That's also a limit. Same thing for the other side, can't move past the left side either. So Amar will. So what happens after left collide and right collide is down collide. So what happens when you hit the base of something is that there's another collision, and that's when fusing happens.
So the way fusing works is the board itself is going to get values from the block. So we're going to take the 4x4 grid, and everywhere that there is supposed to be a tile, we're going to add it to the block as a 1-bit value, 1 representing that it's filled and 0 representing that that space on the board is empty. Doing this, when you send the fuse signal or the lock signal, it's going to set some other signals high. So for example, the clear row signal or the game over signal.
Right, so what happens when you have rows that need to be cleared is we have row clearing that happens. So right now, what will happen is eventually you'll have the down collide signal prompting the bottom row right here. And this will happen in about a second. Okay, so that clears, and the number of rows cleared goes to 1. Also, you should note that the rows cleared, so how this works is there are 2 iterations. So the first time you go through the board, bottom to top, check which rows you need to clear and which rows you need to keep. The second time, you take the rows that you need to keep and then push them downwards and take the cleared rows away. So that's why everything changes simultaneously. And the score also changes immediately.
So the way our score works for this assignment is very simple. We count the number of rows that are cleared and we add it to our score. So for example, in this case we just added 1 because Cowan just cleared a row. If he cleared 2 rows, we would add 2. As you can also tell, the score is updated on the screen, and the way that works is we have 2 4-bit registers, each of which store one of which stores the 1s digit and the other that stores the 10s digit. We update it as we update those 2 registers as we update score, and afterwards we send this to our bitmap representation, which will print out the pixels on the VGA screen.
Right. Okay, so the last thing that's left is game over. So what happens when you hit the top row? So here we're just going to use hard drop to speed this up a bit, and then 1, 2, game done. So notice a couple things. So first, no more incoming block, so that's frozen at the moment. And then you also have the score that's changed color. Unfortunately, you cannot see color probably through the video, but it changes from purple to green, indicating game over. And this is detected by the top row being filled in some capacity, so 1 tile being filled. So yeah, and to restart the game, you simply press R, and there we go. and new blocks will start flowing again. So the spice must flow as and the game keeps going. That's pretty much it to Tetris. And there also to note, each block has a color which you cannot see in the video. The mass at the bottom, so the blocks that are frozen are all gray, but the incoming blocks are vibrant yellows, greens, reds, which you cannot see through the video. But
I am a witness.
yes, the videographer is a witness. So that's it for the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.
Thank you.